Good afternoon. Welcome to the 43rd Annual ACCA Conference and Indoor Air Expo. This year we've come together in San Antonio to take a stand. Now what exactly does that mean? Well, I can tell you what it doesn't mean. It doesn't mean stand still. It doesn't mean protect what you already have. When we say that HVAC contractors should take a stand, we mean take a stand for who you are, what you believe, and what you know to be true, and then surge ahead to new opportunities, new challenges, and new victories. We've had quite a year since we last met in Tampa Bay, and I've had the privilege to serve you as chairman of ACCA since then. During the last year, I've got to spend a lot of time talking with contractors from all over the country, ACCA chapter leaders, legislators and regulators in Washington, code officials, energy efficiency advocates, reporters, and well, just about anybody and everybody with an interest of what we contractors do every day. It was a year of rough and tumble politics and an up and down economy, but many contractors had a record year in 2010. Some were record high, and unfortunately, some were record low. Many of them closed their doors. There's no doubt that contractors are operating in a very different world than just a few years ago. But as I said last year in Tampa, the key to success is not waiting for things to get back to normal. Folks, this is the new normal. One thing I've learned over many years as a contractor is that there's an awful lot of self-proclaimed HVAC experts out there who don't know anything about HVAC. Some of them are code officials, some of them are state energy administrators, and yes, some of them are politicians. And some of them are even big companies and venture capitalists who see a market opportunity in a world where energy efficiency is paramount. All of them have one thing in common. They don't think contractors know anything. It was confirmed for us this year that we have many new and emerging competitors who think HVAC is as easy to master as installing insulation. These people are passing laws, setting up rebate programs, and building nationwide networks to take charge of our markets. Those contractors who take a stand and who make the necessary changes to their own businesses are showing that outsiders just how wrong they are. Those contractors who just keep doing what they've always been doing, well, they're losing ground, and some of them are closing their doors. As an industry, we are stronger when we come together through ACCA year-round and join forces to take a stand. In fact, this year our industry is growing even stronger as our many organizations are finding the value in working together. For the third year in a row, the Indoor Air Expo is being co-presented by our friends at the Indoor Air Quality Association. And for the first time, we're being joined by the Radiant Professionals Alliance. ACCA and RPA recognize the power we all have when we stand together. Let's thank them for joining us here in San Antonio. I know what you're thinking. We're in Texas and everything is bigger in Texas. Well, that's definitely true with our conference this year. But let me assure you that this conference will continue to be bigger and better every year, no matter where in the country it's located. In 2013, the Indoor Air Expo will grow again, as we'll be joined by ResNet, the National Organization of Energy Analysts. HVACR systems, indoor air quality, radiant heating systems, energy auditing, these are all related parts of a whole community dedicated to efficient, comfortable, and safe indoor living. Over the past year, ACCA has kicked into high gear a number of new initiatives designed to move our industry forward. We're continuing to embrace new technologies, new educational methods, new programs and products in an effort to stay ahead of our industry and drive it forward. I'm especially proud of ACCA's new Quality Assured Contractor Recognition Program, a major step towards a real meaningful contractor accreditation program. One issue we've wrestled with at the ACCA board for many years is how do we help professional contractors differentiate themselves? The QA program will help. Starting in 2012, builders that want new homes to carry the ENERGY STAR label will be required to hire HVACR contractors who have been QA recognized. In fact, just last week, the EPA officially recognized the QA program as part of ENERGY STAR for new homes. Now, a lot of our members worked very hard in a very short period of time to make this happen. Please join me in thanking them for all their hard work. The QA program began nearly a decade ago when ACCA began development of the quality installation specification. We knew that the key to ensuring proper installation and maintenance of HVACR systems was to ensure that the standards for those practices are real standards, developed through industry consensus and approved by the American National Standards Institute, ANSI. ANSI standards development is not easy. It requires a lot of steps, public review, and collaboration, but it's the only way to make sure that standards actually do what they're meant to do and reflect the real-world reality of those who do this for a living. Now, we continue our path towards true quality contractor differentiation. The QA New Homes program is not the final step. It's just one more step on the path. Future programs will ensure that contractors do the right thing in existing homes and with whole building systems as well. Throughout this conference, we'll be offering a number of opportunities for you to learn about the QA program. There's a whole training track among our learning labs on quality assurance, and I encourage each of you to participate and learn more. QA will also be part of the discussion at our contractor town hall meeting tomorrow morning. Even if you don't work in residential construction, the QA program is eventually going to affect your business. But the QA is just one of the many projects we've been working on as we implement the board's strategic plan. We've been busy building new programs and fighting for contractor interests in Washington when there's other interests that have been pushing laws and rules that could wind up hurting us as contractors. It's definitely been a crazy year in Washington, and even though the November election certainly changed things there, we expect 2011 to be just as challenging. At your seats, you'll find a copy of the 2010 annual report to members. Take a copy and read through it. And when you see an ACCA board member here at the conference, take the time to share your thoughts with them and some feedback to them. We need to hear from each of you. ACCA is driven by contractors, and we depend on your advice and guidance. Over the next few days, you'll have the opportunity to meet some of the best contractors in the country. The ACCA conference is a giant think tank. Most of our successful colleagues come together here and share their ideas, their successes, and yes, even their failures. There's no other event in the industry where you'll find so many of these great contractors in one place. Whether this is your first time here or your 40th, take the time while you're here to reach out to your fellow contractors. Shake their hands, introduce yourselves, and hand out lots of business cards. I can tell you from experience, the relationships you build here will help you through good times and bad. With a record number of registrations and an exciting program, the next few days will go by like a whirlwind. Enjoy it, but be sure to take notes, ask questions, and be ready to take back to your office the things you've learned and put them into practice. Ideas you hear but never implement mean nothing. I hope all of us leave the 2011 ACCA conference ready to open our minds, make changes, and yes, take a stand. Thank you.